So this says I'm live, but my camera has disappeared and it says I have no audio. So I think I'm going to have to go out and come back in because I can't tell what's going on here. Mahaya, can you let me know whether you can see me on camera or not? Because I can't see me. It says my camera is not working and my microphone is not working. Let me know whether you can see me or hear me if you're still live. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead with this then. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know that. So this is Amanda Brothers. I am an identity. I'm sorry, that threw me off. This is Amanda Brothers, divorce recovery coach, and I am the divorce recovery coach for women who are divorced, contemplated divorce, or going through divorce currently. And so this is midweek motivation. And forgive me for all the confusion at the beginning because I can't see myself and it's still telling me that I don't have camera and I don't have audio. But um, evidently I am still live. So I wanted to go live today to talk about a subject that um, was very, very trying for me. And it was the subject of loneliness when I was going through divorce. And I want to let you all know, if you're going through this, that you can be alone and not be lonely. You can actually overcome the loneliness. For me, it was learning how to embrace that time that I was alone. And it wasn't easy. Learning how to embrace that time that I was alone by taking the time to get to know me, taking the time to learn how to be comfortable with me and to enjoy my own company. And so it was very, very hard. And I'm not telling you it's easy. It's not easy. But I found in that space when I did not have the clarity of mind to think about shifting the way I was handling things, I found myself sinking into that place of depression and anxiety even more. I would get up and I would be, I wouldn't open my blinds. I would be in that place where I felt like I didn't have anybody. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to turn. And so there was a lot of loneliness. I was married for a long time. I was with my ex-husband my last year of high school was when we started dating. And so I never lived on my own. When I moved out of my mom's house, I moved into our house, which was a house that my ex husband built for us. And so I moved from being with my mom in her home to now moving into a new home with somebody else still there. So I never lived alone. I never lived alone until I went through divorce. And so being in this space now where I was alone, I found myself alone. There was nobody. I was married for several years, and I think I shared that on the last live I did. That I was married by the time we were divorced. I think it was like 19 years that I had been married, or just shy of 19 years that we had been married. But I had been with him since that last year of high school, so that was a very, very long time. And so I dealt with a lot of loneliness. I dealt with the feelings of loneliness and sinking into that place of depression and anxiety and so when I could shift my mindset, when I learned how to shift my mindset and learn how to embrace the newness or embrace the time that I was spending alone, learning how to be alone and not lonely, I started thinking about some of the things that I could do to shift myself into a place where I wasn't lonely. Learning how to do things by myself. And so I would go out to eat, go out to a restaurant and sit by myself. Awkward. Yes, it was very awkward to go out and be able to sit by yourself and enjoy a meal by yourself with no one else there. Um, I learned how to create things to do at home when I was alone by myself. Found things that I learned, I enjoyed doing, and learned how to do those things alone. I enjoyed reading, so I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of studying. I did a lot of personal development. Um, just learning how to be comfortable with me and to enjoy my own company. And so these are some of the things that you can do. Figure out what it is that you enjoy doing. Do some self discovery. What is it that you enjoy doing? What is it that you used to enjoy doing before you were with that person that you stopped doing? Go back to those things. Start doing those things again. As long as they're healthy things, do those things again. I enjoyed fishing. I enjoyed um, writing. So just learning how to get back to the things that you used to enjoy doing or discovering new things that you enjoy doing so you can start to enjoy your time alone. And it's kind of weird doing this and not being able to see myself on camera. So I get a little distracted, so forgive me. But just being able to do that um, and enjoying yourself, figure out what it is about you that you can work on to improve yourself. New hobbies. Um, Maybe you didn't have a job before. When you were married, you were a stay-at-home mom, and so now you have to find a job. Find something that you enjoy doing and enhance your skills. Get into something. Take classes to enhance your skills. That's maybe something that you're going to need along the way. These are some things that you can do to learn how to be alone and not be lonely because loneliness is a big issue. Um, Create a space where you can be alone and not be lonely, just sitting. We have an issue with that space, being in that space where you're by yourself and it's just silence because there's no one to talk to. Get comfortable with that silence. It's okay to be in a place of silence because you can think clearly. Set goals for yourself when you're in that time when you're alone because life can get chaotic when you have a lot of people around and you're trying to think and you're trying to plan. Embrace that time of aloneness to plan your life out. What is it that you want your life to be like? And how are you going to get there? What are the steps that it's going to take for you to get to where it is you want to be, to create the life that you desire to create? So embrace that time of aloneness. Embrace this season that you find yourself in, where you're divorced or going through divorce and you're feeling lonely. You're feeling like there's no one around. There's no one that you can talk to. There's no one to communicate with. There's no one to break up that silence. Embrace that time. Get to know you. Create those goals. Seek support. Seek support from a counselor or a therapist or friends. Let them know what you're going through so that you can have that outlet to talk about this time that you find yourself in, this season that you find yourself in where you're alone. Practice your self-care routine because taking care of yourself is important during this time. Learn how to do if you don't know how to do your nails, learn how to do your nails. I used to One of the other things that I used to do was to get away from my home. I would go, like one of my favorite places to go was up to Northern Virginia. I would go to Woodbridge, and I wouldn't even have a place to stay. I wouldn't even have a hotel room, um, a hotel accommodation scheduled. I would just drive out to Woodbridge, and I would go to different hotels, ask them what the price was for the rental. I did this, y'all. Asked them what their price was for a room, and then I would check into the one that I could afford to check into. I would take my foot tub, because I had a foot tub. I would take my foot tub. I would take my nail polish and things like that, and my pamper me stuff. And I would just check into a hotel, and I would pamper myself while I'm in that hotel for a couple of days. And I would go to the Prime out. What was it? It wasn't Prime out. I would go to the IKEA and the shopping area out there in Woodbridge and just window shop. I was on a strict budget then. So I would go and I would do those things so that I can get comfortable with being me, learning how to do things on my own as I was rebuilding this new life, this new journey that I was on, as I was rebuilding and creating the life that I desired to live and trying to get out of that space of being lonely. So I just wanted to share a couple of tips with you. I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to share a couple of tips with you on things that you can do to help yourself to not be lonely, to be alone but not be lonely. And I mastered that. So I don't get lonely anymore, because I learned how to enjoy my own company, to embrace my time alone, and I really enjoy my space. I enjoy the time that I get to spend by myself because I can do the things that I enjoy doing. I can focus on thinking about things that I want to do, things that I want to try, what other personal development things I could do to, to improve myself, to improve the things that I want to go into, or to learn new skills or new uh, things that I need to learn in order to get to where I want to get to in life. And so these are some of the things that you can do if you're in that space. Embrace the newness, embrace the new beginning. I know it's hard because you have to grieve the process that you're going through. You're going to have to grieve the process that you're going through. So take the time to grieve. Take the time to feel those emotions that you're feeling, but also take the time to shift from that mindset and shift into a place where you are focused in on you and what you need. Focus in on you and what you need. Go out and do some things that you can do to enjoy yourself. Take a walk, go window shopping. You know, if you have the finances and you're not strapped for cash, go get a manicure, pedicure. You know, go get your hair done. Something to make you feel good about yourself. Something to help you to embrace this new person that you have to become in the season that you're in right now. And so I just wanted to get on and share that with you. I hope this has helped you and motivated you. Thank you for joining me on this midweek motivation. And I will be back again next Wednesday for another midweek motivation moment. If there are topics that you desire to know about or that you want me to share about, please write it in the comments below so that I know what it is that you need. And I'm going to share another feed with you. I shared a survey that I wanted to have done, and I know that everybody doesn't see everything that I post, and so I'm going to share that again. If you are a woman who is going through divorce, who is already divorced, or who is contemplating divorce, if you could take a few moments to just take that survey for me, I would greatly appreciate it because it will help me to serve you better, to come on live and to share content that will speak to your direct needs, that will speak to the things that you desire to hear about. Um, and so if you will fill that out, I'm going to go ahead and move that post up and share it again. If you are needing support, please don't hesitate to schedule your first step to victory your first step to victory discovery call with me at bit.ly one step to victory call. Bit.ly number one step number two victory call. All lowercase. Get on my calendar. Let's talk. I have several options that will benefit you in working with me. So don't let the fear of price or whether I will be able to have something that will help you or whether we'll be able to work together or not. Don't let that stop you from taking that initial step for this free discovery call. We can talk about all of that. Just jump on a call with me. I went through divorce pretty much alone because I was fearful about whether anybody would understand what it was I was going through and who I could talk to and share all the stuff that I was really, really going through, the stuff that I was scared to share with anybody. And I wanted to create that environment for you, that environment where you can feel free to share all of the stuff that you are scared to share and know that it's not going anywhere. It's only going to be between you and I. So get on that call with me, schedule a call with me so that we can talk so that you're not going through this alone. Thank you again for joining in with me. If you're watching the replay, please type in hashtag replay so that I know that you're watching the replay. And I thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching the replay. And don't forget to schedule that call with me. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.